This is a clip from the ONB with Clint Nelson podcast. Enjoy. Then, right? You ever have your bank and they just randomly call like at 2 o'clock? You get a number like, I know I've seen this number before, but I don't know where. And you answer and it's like, it's kind of in the area code, but maybe it's someone on my friends list that got a new number. Maybe they're trying to reach out because some shit happened. Maybe it's a friend that's borrowing a person's number because they broke down or they got hit by a drunk driver. I don't know. It's 2 p.m. It's it's 9 p.m. somewhere, but it's 2 p.m. where I'm at. And it's always like in the middle of the day, like 1, 2 p.m., in the middle of their work hours. And they just randomly call me. And I'm thinking, and when I see it, it's like, hey, is this Clint Nelson? I know by the voice, like, this is my bank. And I'm thinking, you know what? If my bank is calling me, maybe there's something weird going on in my account. Maybe someone, because I've been a victim of credit card fraud before. Well, not credit because, scam. But I've been a victim of you put your card at a gas station pump and next thing you know, someone somehow, I don't know, took $80 out of it and they're able to reimburse it. Cool. So I'm thinking like, shit, there's a weird purchase on my account and they're trying to get to the bottom of it, some shit like that. And they're calling like, hey, we just wanted to do an update and see, would you like to come in for a visit? And I'm like, if I wanted to come in for a visit, I would come into the bank to visit. It's like, oh, well, you know what? Shit, like, I only have an hour and a half to work, but, I mean, shit, if I can get an excuse to work and say, hey, I was at the bank doing an unnecessary visit on my future planning, I'm pretty sure my job will understand. Yeah, because the number one thing I want to do is just drive out of my way to go to inconvenient bank location because you guys shut down every fucking bank every like 6 months in a 3-mile radius. And now the locations are getting farther and farther away where thank God I have direct deposit. I mean, Jesus. And you guys are shutting down branches left and right because you're basically saying they're useless. But then you want me to come and be like, hey, actually, our branches are pretty useful. It's like, well, that's not the message you send when you shut down half your locations in a 4-year span. But what the fuck do I know? Actions don't speak louder than words, I guess. It's not like you want to keep employees, to have people come in and buy predatory loans. I don't know. But yeah, would you like to come in and discuss your future planning? It's like, I don't make enough money to worry about planning. Like, what are you going to plan for me? I understand I technically have money in my account. I'm not really saying like I'm poor. But what I'm saying is, like, yeah, it's like, oh, you ironically want to call when, we see your bank account's a little less than, we're used to seeing from you. It's like, yeah. That's what happens when you don't have a job for 3 months. Shit happens. Not the end of the world. Back on my feet. Been back for a while. But, like, yeah. Well, what are you going to have a meeting with me? Hey, so have you thought about making more money? Actually, you know what? I never thought of that. No one that's ever had a bank account that's been in the negative or that's been close to the negative or like, hey, we see you got this much coming out. You only have X amount left. It's like, yeah, because, all those people never thought about, what if I just got a job that paid $40 an hour? What if I just got a second job and occupy 19 hours of my day and have no fucking life? You know what, bank? I never thought of that. And as a bank, isn't it weird how you work for a bank and they don't even pay you what I get paid an hour? Or you probably get paid what I get paid an hour and you're talking to me about getting my money up. Isn't that fucking ironic? But nah, you know what they call like, hey, you want to come in and discuss your future plans? Like, trust me, I think I can handle my $2,200 I make a month. I'm not in charge of fucking JD Morgan. I'm not in charge of fucking a hedge fund. I'm not in charge of something that's going to cause the next mortgage. Those are the people you need to be managing. These financial advisors that apparently can't advise their own fucking money. But you want to come to me worrying about if I can handle my $2,200 a month. Yeah, I think I can. I think I'm actually pretty damn good at it. I've handled way more before. And you can say, well, obviously you didn't handle it right. It's like, yeah, you know what? I was unemployed for 3 months and I still have money in my account, you sacks of shit. And don't tell me, oh, you have a student savings account. Yeah. Well, you haven't been in school for 4 years. It's like, yeah, Because guess what? Even when I was in school, I didn't get no benefits from having your fucking student savings account anyways. You guys promise like every semester you'll get a 10% interest added on, just throwing in there just for being with us. Guess what I never got? That money you promised to throw in. Because you know what you try to say? Oh, well, technically, when you have a bank account, you're supposed to pay a service fee for using us. And it's like, oh. So we're just going to take it out of your fee and call it even and go our separate ways, but you're still with us. It's like, oh, okay, go fuck myself. Yeah. So I think I can handle my $2,700 or 27. Geez, you made $2,700 a year. Yeah, you know what? If I'm making $2,700 a year, you should call me because they're like, hey man, this ain't gonna work. But $27,000, I think I can manage it. I think I can. All right, so hop off my dick. Stop calling me. And for such professionals with money, somehow we are 20 trillion in fucking debt in the economy, in the world, probably America too, and it just keeps going up. And you're worrying about me if I have $300 in my account after everything in my monthly expenses coming. It's like, don't worry, I get paid in a couple days. Everything's getting back to normal. Trust the process. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I don't know why that pissed me off. It's like, you're going to call me, give me a, hey, well, and I'll be like, no, thank you. And it's like, you sure? It's like, yeah, what are you trying to insinuate? You know what? Let's just cut through the passive aggressive. You don't have to do the Kyler Murray thing here. You don't have to take me off your social media. You don't have to indirectly. Just tell me what your fucking problem is. Do you not want me to be part? Because you know, I'll go to another bank and have the same fucking issues because you're all the fucking same. You're all like jobs. You're all the same. And if you have a problem at one job, you're probably going to have another. And if I have a problem at your bank, I'm probably going to have it at every bank. Because guess what? The direct deposits are going to be the exact same. Regardless from my Regis, PNC, fucking, what is it, the Lion's Den? Well, no, that's a different type of shop. That's where the edible panties at. No, that fucking one with the lion on it. It looks like it's supposed to be like some cool Regency weird shit. I don't know. And God forbid, what the fuck is the deal with credit unions? Credit unions are banks, but I'm assuming just a bigger scam, but apparently they have extra benefits. And I'm not shitting on banks right now. And I understand she was just doing her job. I'm pretty sure they're required every 6 to 7 months to make sure they hit all their customers that constantly are in the area that relatively go to their branch based off the records of the ATM and all that shit. I get it. I'm not hating on her. I'm hating on the process. She's just doing her job. And I respect that. What I don't respect is the fact that that is part of her job. You're telling me you have bank tellers, you have people who have their offices that have no specific duties, but you just walk in like, I don't know, just go in that office. They'll tell you whether you can qualify for a $30,000 loan. What's the qualifications? Like, you know, he did some online course training for this. Like, oh, okay. That's very relaxing to know whether he knows if I should get $30,000 sent to my account or not. All right, cool beans. Thanks, Jeff. That's one of my favorite rants ever. But yeah, no, like, and I understand, like, and by the way, I think this is a bigger issue with just places. Have you ever been in places where the management, they basically get annoyed from ownership to the management basically gets annoyed from ownership and ragged on anytime it's a place where there's receipts involved. It's like, hey, you need to make the customers do the surveys. We need to know where we stand. It's like, you know where you stand and whether people like your business. If they keep fucking going there and you don't have a bunch of angry customers all the time. You don't need people to go online, fill out a survey, and the incentive for them filling out a survey is to get maybe a free item 3 weeks from now from you. Or the next time they come, get a free item that's $1 or less. You know what? They just keep coming back and they keep paying the normal price. That's how you know where your customer stands. It's not that hard. Or here's an idea. If you want to know it's so bad, how come instead of forcing them, like, because it's an inconvenience. It's never as simple as here's the receipt, bottom code, go on your phone. You type in the code, then they ask you 50 questions that take 12 minutes of your time. It's like, hey man, I gotta be at work in 8 minutes. How about I just tell you directly? You could write down a piece of paper, a little quota sheet, and shove it up your ass and be like, yeah, she actually makes my drinks very well. She's a great employee. She's always generous. I don't need it doesn't take 12 minutes to say your employees are fucking generous and they're nice. Or they did generous. Alright? Like, this stuff is not fucking hard. I'm sorry if I don't know. Well, I thought it should be hard. But the point is, my neighbors are probably like, damn, this dude's really taking out on the bitch. It's like, I'm taking out on the banks. I'm taking it out on everyone. Valentine's Day, it's open season for these people. Jesus. I guess you could say I'm not in the loving mood. I say it with such a smile on my face. But yeah, man. What was I talking about? Yeah, the fucking surveys. Like, you know what? Survey these nuts and shove them in your mouth, and then you could give that a review, huh? Will it be better than the review I give you? Because you know what? I will fill out your survey, and I will put a terrible review and put the comment of, so you're corporate bullshitters, because that's who reads this shit. The corporate. They're the ones that fucking care, because they don't actually want to show up and observe for 3 hours if people are following procedures or nothing. They just want the customers to be like, hey, is this person doing their job? Like, a customer is supposed to know the 25 duties an employee is supposed to do in a day. No, that's your job. You're supposed to have people go there and do their job to find out if people are doing their job. If the health department, you wouldn't ask a customer and be like, hey, is there mold up in the ceiling? Like, well, you know what? Let me just get a fucking ladder, go up in there, and let me see if there's mold in the wiring or by the whatever. Let me see if there's a leak. Let me see if there's rats up there. You know what? It's like, no, you would have the health department expert whose expertise is to see this shit, who's been trained and has gone through probably years of training of moving up the ladder to be like, hey, this place is safe for society. This place is not. This place needs to be shut down forever. You don't rely on a customer who probably has bias if they've had a good or a bad experience there recently. You send corporate people out to do the fucking job, and then you find out if things are operating the way they should. You know what? Fuck customer satisfaction. Look, I'm definitely not a believer in the customer